Passion meets precision. KFI makes snow plows built to last.
We have a full line of snow plows for ATVs and UTVs.
And welcome to Lake Town, USA. Today we dive into the world of Realist Co, where innovation meets passion. Discover how cutting-edge gear transforms the angling experience. People are passionate about outdoor equipment.
Get this, Americans spend $30 billion a year on gear.
But no one ever really sees how their stuff gets made.
That's where we come in.
Made for the Outdoors. Made for the Outdoors is presented by Warner's Dock.
What's up, guys? I'm Alexa, and today we're at KFI in Spring Valley, Minnesota. Here they make a plethora of UTV accessories, from bumpers to winches and winch mounts. But today we're gonna make a KFI snowplow.
Work hard, play hard is the Minnesota way. KFI Products in Spring Valley, Minnesota ensures you're covered in good times and in bad.
We have a full line of snow plows for ATVs and UTVs. We got winches, winch mounts. We have a full line of accessories too for the winching: ropes, cables, contactors, switches, winch recovery stuff. So anybody that rides an ATV or UTV, whether they're playing in the mud or wanting to plow their driveway in the winter.
Today we're focused on the KFI Pro S Steel Series plow.
So my name's Corey Bowman. I'm the general manager of the KFI Products division here at KFI Products. I mean, first and foremost, family owned and operated and made in the U.S. is the biggest part. Just a lot of passion that goes into our products.
Passion that begins with engineering. Plows and tubes are designed to be universal fitting, but the mounts are made to fit specific models. Fitting is done right here in-house.
Yeah, so we'll scan the stock machine basically to make a mount, whether it's a plow mount or a winch mount, and all these little dots that are on there. So the scanner is actually looking at where it's at in space, so it's always constantly measuring all the little dots. So we're basically gonna kind of paint the machine almost. It's not that hard, just click the button and go to town.
How close? What's the
you'll
proximity?
see, so this is actually gonna have a green light on there.
Oh.
As long as you're in the green, you're good.
Green zone.
Green zone's good. But
Keep it in the green and go to town. With each pass, the vehicle comes to life on the screen until the model is complete.
It's an Alexa Score original.
Scanning technology allows for a perfect fit. Another perfect fit for a great snowplow is great materials.
Primarily steel. We use grade 50, which is also an advantage of our product over a lot of the A36 stuff that's made out.
Just how much steel? 13 million pounds every year. All that steel is cut using a CNC laser. Powered by nitrogen, the laser cuts each sheet, sets it aside, and rotates in a fresh piece for a continuous process. We're talking all day, all night. Next, we bend to get the perfect curve.
I'm gloving up. Grab it. Oh my God. That's heavier than I thought it was gonna be. Oh my God. Okay, this is a two-person job. So I'm guessing you just want to make sure your hands don't go in there.
Steel tubes are cut and bent one bundle at a time. I'm just a spectator on this one.
It's kind of like being at a sporting event. Hanging out. I could literally watch it for hours. It's pretty wild. I like it here.
Next, we move on to the custom mount.
And then, will it stop, or do I have to stop it? Do I have to stop it, or will it stop on its own? Stops on its own.
You get to hold your foot on the pedal the whole time on this.
Pedal to the metal.
I'm already nervous. I'm already freaking out. Oh God, I messed it up.
It's trickier than it looks.
That didn't sound right, but perfect. Voila! It's that easy. I think I could do could probably get 10 done in a day. How many do you do? Okay, so maybe you'll keep your job. All right. Well, thank you for letting me help.
You're welcome.
Components are loaded onto the rack. Tack welds are applied to hold the pieces in place, and the robot takes it from there.
Because there's such a high volume, we try to use the robots when we can, but some of the smaller stuff we may not use the robot on.
These parts have been off the welder for a while now, and they're still piping hot. There's all kinds of heat just flowing up from these parts right now.
Once the welded parts cool down, they're ready for paint. But first, blast off. More from KFI when we return.
Made for the Outdoors is brought to you by Warner's Dock, Aquarius Home Services, Old Dutch family-owned quality snacks since 1934, Walton's, Keystone Light. Here's to living smooth. Celebrate responsibly.
Welcome back to Made for the Outdoors. Today's assignment is making a KFI snowplow. Our blades are cut and welded.
This is where our blades start a really fun journey. They get hung up on this hanging system, they go around, they get blasted, and then painted. It's like a car wash.
And this next step is a blast.
With everything being laser cut and welded, you get a lot of laser nitrates and a lot of mill scale from the sheet itself and from welding. So we do the shot blasting. So the shot blasting is actually a metal bead that actually takes all that stuff off the surface, cleans perfectly clean pores in the metal, so that way when it goes through the paint system, it's going to be perfectly embedded and into the pores of the metal.
What's going on inside this room here is he's actually just spraying air to make sure all those beads are cleaned off. These get sucked up, recycled, and used again. After our blade comes out of the 5-stage rinse, it heads into this dry off oven. And this thing is hot. There's so much heat coming out. But take one step this way, this is the cool off space. And over here, it feels real nice and cool.
Blasting, washing, drying, and cooling. Finally, we're ready to paint.
We've got our plow down to just the right temp, and now it's heading into this machine. What's going on in here?
Yeah, so basically we call this our auto booth. Auto because it's automatic. We don't have any personnel that have to run it. You can see the auto guns. Actually, there's 4 on this side and 4 on the other side. What it does, it detects the size of the part when it enters and knows when to turn them on or off. Once it gets actually through the auto section, we do have a touch-up section on the end where we will staff either 1 or 2 personnel to do touch-up for anything on a larger item like this that maybe the auto missed.
Here at KFI, very little goes to waste. The paint powder is recycled and used again.
All right, well, let's head to the other side and see one of these coming out. So what you were telling me earlier is that the powder is actually sticking to it initially from static.
Correct.
But then once it goes through the oven, it just cooks it right on.
Basically melts into the pores of the steel, and that's why the shot blasting that we do opens those pores up to allow that powder coat to sink and bend right into those pores more than a normal acid wash.
Most of the paint is done in the auto booth. However, some is done by hand.
Let's give it an extra spray just for good measure.
It's all fun and games until the boss man comes to check your work.
I missed a spot.
Once touched up by a qualified employee, the paint is literally baked into the steel.
Flames! So this is what's actually scraping the snow up. What is that made out of?
That's actually, we use a 3/16 grade 50 material steel wear bar. It's one of the only parts that we actually don't blast, just because it's going to get wore out right away, but it is reversible as well.
Okay, so you flip it over.
Yeah, and use the other side
Want
up.
it nice and sharp.
So they're already hanging on the line, so it's easy for us to install the wear bar, which is basically the bottom bar that does all the scraping on the ground and scrapes the snow and gets it clean off your driveway.
The wear bar completes our work. Finished parts are transported to the shipping building where the blades and tube assembly units are boxed separately.
A lot of protection that has to go around the parts going into the box because they are heavy. So you are shipping a metal part, not something that's super light. So you have to be able to make sure it makes it to the customer's destination or the dealer's dealership. Right now, the majority of our stuff, we do distribution. So we have a lot of distribution in the United States, primarily. Canada, we go overseas as well into New Zealand, pretty much worldwide.
Our KFI snow plows are packed up and ready to hit the streets. Let's go get these things shipped out.
That rotates with the knob, and then this one's essentially a spacer.
Coming up next, we head into the garage.
Unfortunately, it was me who started the crazy idea of starting the fishing company. I only say that because I don't get to fish as much as I used to.
It's a lot of fun because both of my friends are my partners, and so we get to live our passion in our business and do our hobbies.
Made for the Outdoors is brought to you by Star Bank, Finishing Trades Institute of the Upper Midwest, Nordic Legends Saunas, Walzer Buick GMC, Bloomington and Roseville, Forever Barnwood.
Here in the Midwest, in the summer we're in the water, and in the winter we're on it. Whether it's open water fishing or ice fishing, fishing is a lifestyle. Here at Realist Co, they're making thoughtful and carefully crafted equipment to help you catch the big one in any season. Let's go inside and see how their gear is made.
Waconia, Minnesota, or as the locals call it, Lake Town, USA, is home to Realist Co.
Unfortunately, it was me who started the crazy idea of starting the fishing company. I only say that because I don't get to fish as much as I used to.
It's a lot of fun because both of my friends are my partners, and so we get to live our passion in our business and do our hobbies.
Having fun and starting a business. Right here in their man cave, shop, Matt and his two business partners create products to help land the big one.
This space started as a horse barn, which then was converted into a machine shop, and now it's the Realist Co. Global headquarters, where we like to build stuff and have a lot of fun. It is kind of like a man cave, and we find that when we're comfortable, we design better products.
Don't let the man cave fool you. These guys aren't just outdoorsmen, they're also engineers.
As an engineer and somebody who's a sportsman in the outdoors, there's a lot of products that have great intent, but they just fall short on execution. When you're able to not only design features that are more beneficial, but then control your quality and manufacturing, it really helps you ensure that you have a premium product for the market.
One of those premium products is their patented rattle reel. And making it starts with a pretty cool process.
This is what we call the hub. We spent a lot of time developing the diameter so that it rolled just perfectly. When a fish bites, we don't want to have any resistance.
So this machine here looks like a mini fridge.
Pretty much. So this is a CNC controlled 3D printer. It will take something line by line and build up to the final geometry. You could go ahead and just click print this plate right here, and it'll send it to the printer.
Are you ready for this? This is a lot of pressure.
So it's telling you 18 hours and 47 minutes and 777 grams of filament.
Okay, it's going, it's going. Oh my gosh. All right, now we wait. "18 hours later, our spool smells like plastic. It's ready.
One of the most critical things about the spool is it has to spin freely. In order to make it work just perfect, we put a bearing in here that works in all temperatures. So in order to press that bearing in, we have to do a precision drill on this hub. Now that we drilled that hole, we're gonna put it right on here, and this is called a press fixture. And we're just gonna press that bearing in until it's perfect.
How do you know it's perfect?
You just watch it.
All right, so just flush.
Yep.
Exactly flush.
And then I actually put a second one in on this side, okay? And then I'm using the shaft to self-center and align. This one will be more illustrative. Press this in just till that ends right there. So now that those are in there, the last step, this is what's called a reaming operation. It's taking off just 10,000ths of an inch. When we slide this on, we've done our job right. That spins perfect. Now you understand why we're so passionate about catching walleye, because tension matters, and this is where it's made.
Tension matters.
Who knew? More from Realist when we get back.
Made for the Outdoors is brought to you by Star Bank, Sportsman's Guide, Totem Resorts, the premier destination for world-class fishing.
Welcome back to Made for the Outdoors. Realist Co is changing the fishing game with their patented rattle reel, and like many great fishing inventions, the idea was conceived in the fish house.
We were sitting in the ice house one winter, and we were watching with the new live scopes and technologies we were able to see fish. We were noticing that finicky fish like walleyes were coming up to our baits on a traditional rattle reel, nibbling on the minnow and spitting it out. That's really the genesis of where this technology came from.
Their first big idea and flagship product is the patented rattle reel. But having perfected that product, they decided to get into the rod game too.
This is all your different models here. Yep. Walk me through what some of these are.
Sure, so this first one here is a lake trout rod. It's 42 inches, and that would be for like Lake Winnipeg. So that's your predators that are gonna be over 25 inches. Here's our flagship ice rod called the Realist, which has your recoil guides that snap back into place. This is really your catch-all rod. So that's excellent from crappies to walleye.
So you've got a bunch of different options if people want to load up and have a full quiver. Plus then you've got the Realist too for someone who maybe is entry level and just wants to have something that can do it all.
Absolutely.
I think that'd be the one I'd take. I've got the Realist rod.
While Matt packages up a rod for me, we get back to making our rattle reel. The hub has been 3D printed and holes have been drilled and pressed for the perfect tension. Now we assemble.
All right, time for a little pop of color.
That's it. The red really complements the black, so we just got to put the side plate on the hub after you put in the bushings. Stainless steel beads, glass beads, and the jingle bells we talked about. But we're going to put it on this fixture, and then we're going to put this washer stack. And that washer has two little notches in there, so that rotates with the knob. And then this one's essentially a spacer. And then this is the retaining clip that goes in here that just holds it in. So now we can take that out and the clutch pack stays in there. And that is a completed hub assembly. These are the parts that I was telling you earlier about the micro adjust. So you can see it on here. You turn left for less or right for more. That's the plus and minus. And we're always about taglines around here. We keep it real, R-E-E-L, puns on fishing.
So this you're adjusting based on what you're trying to catch.
Yep.
Because there's a different amount of drag or tension that different fish can feel.
Yeah, I mean, more specifically, if you're fishing for crappies, you would have a minnow that is very, very small. So you really back it off. If you were fishing for muskies, you might have a minnow that's 12 inches long. So in a traditional rattle reel, you tighten the wing nut, now you've got a parking brake, and it's just too much tension. So this allows you to adjust the tension to the weight of the bait based on what you're fishing for. You screw this on, and at that point, now you can see that 1 or 2 clicks makes a big difference on the amount of tension.
The symphony of destruction is what they call it. It's a beautiful thing. This rattle reel is ready for shipping. Let's pack it up. It's my first time. The most important part, this sticker. Typically this would get shipped out, but I'm taking this one home. We finished our rattle reel. Now we gotta see how this thing works in action.
Okay, so we have a mount, slides right in through the top like so. You wanna get it lined up in the center of the hole. So in this case, we're gonna extend it. And then next, we want to get it the height that we like. Looks great right now. We'll tighten it into place so it's not spinning. The drag clutch right here, you just want to turn it to loose so it's spinning. I think that looks good. What about you, Alexa?
I think that looks about right.
Perfect. And now we wait for the fish to bite.
The dream for the company is to continue growing their product line. But work aside, the boys at Realist will be living the dream doing what they love, enjoying the great outdoors right here in Lake Town, USA.
Everyone out here is work hard, play hard. If we aren't working, we're always out in the field, we're on the water. Anything to be outdoors, that's what our community is about here.
Great turning radius. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now if we just play that in reverse, then it looks like I picked it up. Movie magic.